Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Except for anybody in Discord, except for Fozzie. Then I know how you're doing. You're doing great because you're laughing. Ooh, kitties are. You see, even my cats are mad. So listen, you have to understand something. When I say, "Hey guys, let's," chances are, 99% chances are, I already did it. So when I say, "Let's go do this," I already did it probably twice. But it only works if we all do it. That's the fun part of it. So when I type in Discord, "Hey guys, let, let's all send Fozzie a motivational Bible scripture," and then I'm the only one who did it, Fozzie wakes up and is like, "Huh? That's all your fault. Do you see what you made me look like? I look like a psychopath." I thought we were vibers. I thought vibers meant we are a team players. We work together. It would have been so funny. And now it's just awkward. Now I sent Fozzie a motivational Bible quote for when he woke up. Yeah, I did that alone by myself. Yeah, legal tried. Legal tried. He posted something in general chat to everybody. So now he looks weird too. See what you did there? You just destroyed me and legal. Now I have to shut the channel down, change my name, dye my hair yellow. Bonjour. It was it was there. We were all talking. It was in Discord. Like we were all talking about Fozzie not being in the stream. It was all, you know, dump on Fozzie Day, and I was having the best time ever until, you know, I sent him a motivational Bible quote. And then to make it worse, way, 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 way worse. So you know how my stream never ended yesterday? Two people texted me last night. One saying, "I'm going to meet you at the vet at 8 a.m." Karen, me and Karen going to the vet. Another one from Fozzie saying, "Hey, you never ended your stream, right?" So this morning, it's 8 a.m. and I'm not there yet. So I sent a text to Karen saying, "I'm 2 blocks away." Oh, no, I didn't. I sent a married man a text saying, "Hey, I'm 2 blocks away." So now I sent Fozzie a motivational Bible quote and a very, very, very creepy, creepy text at 8 a.m. my time saying, "Hey, I'm 2 blocks away." And I blame you all for that too, because if you would have done the Bible quote, then I don't know. I don't know how it correlates, but it correlates, and it's your fault anyways. I don't even, there's nothing I can say to Fozzie's wife that she'll believe now. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nope. I'm the other woman. I'm the person I hate. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to play court videos. Thank you, Maiko. Thank you. Gary, thank you. Oh, I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm sorry. It's fine. It was really my fault. I should have made sure you guys were going to do it before I hopped in there with my old Bible quotes. That's my fault. It was all my fault. I'm sorry. All right. Hey, Randy, are you in Discord? Oh, you shut up. No, I mean, yeah, it'd be funny. Okay. 100 a day from all of us every day. Trust me, there are enough out there. There are enough Bible quotes. We won't run out. The well will not dry up. We got this. Hi, Lisi. I saw Lisi last night, guys. Yes, I did. Saw Lisi last night. Me and Lisi were watching the stream together. Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael. I don't think yours would have beat mine. I liked mine. It's very bizarre. I had 12 years of Catholic school. My Bible verses go many books long. And my guilt, my overwhelming guilt. That's the biggest thing they teach you in Catholic school is feel guilty for everything. Yes, you are, Fletcher. First one on my shit list for not sending Flossie. Never mind. Move past it. Forget it. You know what's going to happen, guys. It's going to be 3 years from now. It's going to be cold winter, and I'm going to be like, remember that day, you guys? It was September 16th. All right. Let's go with. I always pick the shortest one first, so let's do it. This is a very, very short one.
Mr. Newton, good morning. Mr. Newton, you're here on that warrant from the state of Alabama.
Did we
and
see
I've
this?
been told that you do wish to waive extradition and go back to the state of Alabama, and that you're doing that freely and voluntarily. Is that right, sir?
Yes. The wrong clip.
Mr. Newton, I'm going to show that you've signed that waiver. Thank you. Mr. Newton, they have 30 days to pick you up, but we ask them to pick you up in 15 days. So if you're still here in 15 days, Mr. Newton, I'll see you and I'll give you an update. With Houston County, that has never happened before. They always, so far, have picked people up within 15 days. So they may even get you today or Monday. But Mr. Newton, when you get to Alabama, you go in front of a judge there, and that judge will tell you if you've got a bond or not. Mr. Newton, do you have any questions?
Well, when do I get to see the doctor that when they hurt my shoulder when I come in and I was wrestling with the officers, and I still ain't gave me no treatment for it, and I haven't got my medication, my high blood pressure.
Corporal, are you aware of his medical request, Corporal? Is the jail aware of it?
The doctor is supposed to be here today. I do not know his schedule, who's on it, but he is supposed to be here.
So, Mr. Newton, all I can do is make them aware of your request. I don't run the jail, but you put it on record, and we're on YouTube. So let me finish. I expect to let you see the doctor in the very near future. Do you have any other questions?
No.
All right, sir. Wish you the best.
Yeah, but was she a married woman?
And I think that may be it for our jail cases. Mr. McDaniel, did I miss anybody?
No, Your Honor.
I sure hope you like that clip, guys, because I played it yesterday. I grabbed the wrong clip, and now I have to put a video on and run upstairs and find the clip. This is what anger gets you. Nothing good, guys. Anger does not get you anything good. It was still a good clip. I liked it. When am I going to get help for a problem that I caused myself? I mean, growing up in the 80s, if you were an asshole and someone punched you in your throat, you didn't get to go to the doctor for that. You didn't get, like, oh, you poor thing, does your throat hurt? No, you got home, you got beat because you got into a fight. They knew you did something. They didn't care what you did wrong. All right, let's stop doing drugs. Let's try that. Let's stop doing drugs.
Case number 23CR40632, the state of Ohio versus Gary Mclan. Mr. Mclan is before the court with his counsel, Mr. Bogan, Mr. Arnold, on behalf of the state of Ohio. Mr. Bogan, does your client wish to have a hearing?
No, he doesn't. He wishes to waive probable cause and wishes to enter a guilty plea, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McLean, you understand that you're entitled to have a hearing on these allegations?
Yes.
You wish to waive that hearing and admit to the violation?
Yes.
All right, the court's going to find that you have violated the terms of your community control.
He's going to find you violated the terms of community control.
Ma'am, is there something I can help you with? You want to be seated, please? Is she with you?
That's my mom.
All right. Mr. McLean, anything you want to say before I sanction you on this?
Sir, I just wish that I could have done things a little different, and I'm going to do different from here on out. From this day forth, you will not see me back in this position. And I've got too much to lose. I've got a job that I still have as of right now, and I need to get back to work. I mean, I've got a house. I've got everything, my whole life. And I guess I never really thought that I could be in this position for what I've done. You know what I mean? But
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Just like for the charges, for original charges, you know what I mean? I just never thought it would go this far, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I was just kind of, I really don't know what to say to that.
I'm not even sure what you're referring to.
I'm just talking about originally. I just never thought I could get this far in trouble for what I did, you know. But, you know, I see now. I see exactly what's going on, and everything's cleared for me.
You're using illegal drugs, right? You were using illegal drugs. You were found unconscious. Narcan was used to revive you, and methamphetamine was found on your person. What part of that do you not think is going to get you in trouble?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, not that it has anything to do with it, but the unconscious thing, that I didn't know what was, because I don't do that.
You don't do what?
The stuff that made me unconscious.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well, here's the problem. When you buy illegal drugs from stupid drug dealers, they lace it with other substance other than what you think you're buying. You think you're buying meth? They put cocaine in there. They put fentanyl in there. They put all kinds of stuff in there. And that's why, that's part of the problem. You got a tremendous break in this case, Mr. McLean. The amount of methamphetamine found on you made this a felony of the 3rd degree. Prosecutor allowed you to plead to a felony of the 5th degree. You've already gotten a good break. You were given ILC. They made you ILC eligible. And since then, you've done nothing but screw up and continue to use drugs. So here's the problem is that our goal initially in the state reducing the charge, making you ILC eligible, giving you an opportunity not even to have a felony conviction, but to put you on ILC, get you treatment. You're 50-some years old, for crying out loud. Stop using illegal drugs. Then
Stop using
you've done nothing
drugs.
but continue to use illegal drugs. So the problem is at some point in time, I have to stop trying to rehabilitate you and then just punish you. So based upon this violation, the court's going to order you to serve 85 days in the Warren County Jail. You're going to get credit for the 25 days you served, which means you owe an additional 60 days. At the end of that 60 days, you will be terminated from community control. Then you'll be free to do whatever you'd like.
There can be only
That's
one.
it. All right. Anything else, Mr. Arnold?
Work release or no work release?
No work release. No.
Thank you, Your Honor. I assume it's unsuccessful termination.
Neutral.
Oh, that was nice of you. Thank you. Thank you, Casey. Casey took one for the whole team. Okay, this is the real clip that I wanted to play when I played that other one. It's for Lori. So, news on Lori. Nan spoke to Lori, and Nan spoke to Lori, and I don't know what's going on with my stream right now, but that's fine. It's all good. She thinks she might come home Wednesday. So, Lori, this one's for you if you're watching from the hospital. Here we go. All right, everybody, listen. I think an ankle monitor goes off at the beginning of this clip. So maybe turn the volume down a pinch for a second until we are stabilized. I left it in because there is nothing more funny to me than an ankle monitor going off in the middle of court. Unless it's everybody sending Fozzie a Bible quote at the same time. It's too late now. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, is everybody's volume all stabilized? I don't know what's going on with my stream. I can't. Here we go.
And do we have Miss? Actually, I gave you the wrong case. So this is Hansel. So it needs to go to Megan, and just with a note that they're going to file a motion to continue, and then that goes back just to we're waiting for an entry from the prosecutor. Next, we have 24 CVF 1630. It's captioned LVNV versus Luan Smith. Are you Miss Smith, ma'am? Come up and have a seat.
Is it just Lori that missed Stansbury, or is it all of us? I think it's all of us. I don't know how. Okay, I'm trying to put a comment up, and that's how long it took. So this is, oh, I know the answer to this. Ohio. It's Ohio. Warren County, Ohio. Look at his beard, though. He's growing out a beard for the winter. Winter. Yes, it is. This is Lori's husband. Winter is coming, guys. Stansbury said so. He's a judge, so he's smart.
I'm sorry, what do you want to say?
Right over there on your right. And this is case number, as I mentioned, 24 CVF 1630. Now, the state, or the state, the plaintiff filed, this is scheduled for a trial today. The plaintiff, on what could only be characterized as the eve of trial, filed a motion to continue, along with the motion for leave to file a motion for summary judgment. For the reason that summary judgment procedures are helpful in resolving cases at early stages, the court found that one filed at such a late hour was not well taken, and that was denied. And so is the motion to continue. Now, Ms. Smith, you've asked the court to continue this as well, but and I'm more than happy to grant that for you. But if I refuse to, if you don't move to continue the case, and if the plaintiff is unprepared to present its testimony and evidence today, which they haven't appeared, so I think it would be very difficult for them to do so, the court would then go ahead and dismiss this complaint in its entirety, which is only half of the good news for you, because the other half of the good news is that dismissal will constitute what we would call, quote unquote, an adjudication on the merits. In essence, I would be finding against the plaintiff and in your favor, and they could not ever file another claim on this account again. So would you like to withdraw your motion to continue?
Yeah, what you would do is dismiss it with prejudice then?
It's not even with or without prejudice. It's considered to be an adjudication. It's no different than if I had heard the case and decided in your favor, because they failed to prosecute it. They were notified at the end of last week when I denied their motion to continue that we were scheduled for a trial today. They failed to appear. So as a consequence, not only do I dismiss the complaint, but you'll get a copy of that dismissal. And if they ever try to sue you again on the same claim, that's a defense to the claim. You can say, I already won this. This is, yeah.
Yes, I would like to set aside my motion for continuation.
All right, so your motion to continue will be withdrawn. The court will go ahead and put on an entry dismissing this and reflecting that it is indeed an adjudication on the merits, and you'll get a copy of that entry. Hold on to it. All right?
Thank you very much,
All right,
sir.
great, thank you. And there being no further civil business before the court, we'll take you're free to go, ma'am. Yeah.
I'm trying to get all the thank yous up. Goodbye. Wait, why is Kay saying goodbye? What did I miss? Kay, don't leave. Don't leave. I saw Kay last night too. Have a great day, Kay. Darkest, you got a lot of people. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to a 19-minute clip. And I have no idea what this clip is. So I was trying very hard to work last night. I was trying very hard to get the stream together. And I saw that Bill, American Courts, went live. So obviously I stopped working. And I jumped in. And it was great. It was great. His streams are great. Very funny. Chat was hilarious. Anyway, Victoria and Melissa were there. Yes, they were. Linus was there. Donald was there. So Rebecca was there. So I think Kelly, did you show up? You were there and you were there. Remember Dorothy? And Micah was there. And I was trying to work. I thought maybe I heard a lawyer arguing with a judge in this clip. I don't know. I didn't see it because I was too busy with chat. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pretend that this clip is amazing and I found it by working hard, and I'm just going to play it. Now, if it's good, I'm going to say that I did this. If it's bad, I'm going to blame Bill. CRD was there. So here we go. We'll see.
Who basically claimed,
Yeah, I didn't edit it.
no, the weapon was.
Don't worry, he unmutes. He does. There he goes.
Yes. This is case, are you ready? Yeah. Case number 21CR38217, State of Ohio versus Johnny Newman. Mr. Newman is present with his counsel. Jeffrey, is it Gaiman or Guyman?
Guyman.
Mr. Guyman and
Rhymes with, never
State
mind.
is represented by Carl Harris. We're here for sentencing. Is there a statement from the victim?
No, Your Honor. Other than there was restitution request of $275. That was for impound fees.
Okay. Mr. Guyman, your client's totally denying these two offenses by saying he knew the people, they loaned him the vehicle, he didn't know the weapon was in the glove compartment, but he pled guilty. I'm trying to figure out the logic behind that claim and that plea.
My understanding was he did take accountability for it. And that's from my discussions with him and my reading, at least of the PSI. I don't know, maybe if I misread, it was that, it wasn't his vehicle. And I mean, he's obviously pled, he's taking accountability today. I don't know what previous discussions he's had with pre-sentence investigation or anything else, but he does acknowledge that, it wasn't his vehicle and that the gun had been moved.
Okay. Mr. Newman, do you understand what you're doing, sir?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I'm confused with the question. I'm sorry.
Well, that's why I ask you. Do you understand what you're doing? If the answer is no.
Yes, I was pleading guilty to the improper driving with a firearm and unauthorized use of the vehicle.
Okay. But you wrote in your statement that you didn't commit the acts. You didn't steal the vehicle, or you didn't know it was stolen, and that you didn't know a firearm was in the glove compartment, correct?
At this time, I didn't. Like the guy Tristan's story, he was my friend. But it's like when in 2021, when it was happening, like I didn't steal it from him.
Okay. Well, if you plead guilty, I have to assume that you are guilty. Do you understand that?
Correct.
Your Honor, I don't know if I can interject. He pled in it's been 3 years.
But you're going
ago, so he already entered a plea. We just didn't see him for sentencing. So they picked him up on a warrant. So the plea was already entered 3 years ago.
I understand that. I just read the PSI.
Okay.
You don't think this is a valid question, though?
Well, I just thought we were beyond the plea on this.
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, backpedal.
But I want to make sure if it's a plea, it's a knowing and voluntary plea. That's what I'm required to do. That's why I'm asking these questions.
I understand, I'm not trying to argue with the court, but we went through this 3 years ago with him in his plea.
We went through these exact questions because there was no written statement 3 years ago. Now I have a written statement from him saying, I didn't do this.
Okay.
I know you're not trying to argue with me, but I'm just pointing out that I've got this material in front of me now, and I think if he were to change his mind in the Court of Appeals, I would at least want a good record of what happened.
This marble ticks me off for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, somebody, I can't remember who was the first person who said it, but I think it was Rebecca. I think it was throw the goat, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't worry, you guys will tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody said when they're watching this courtroom, they're always worried that that the marble is going to fall off and squish him, right? And you know, now I can't unsee that. I always think about that when I see these courtrooms now. I can't help it. Thing number 2 is, look, I don't know how they get the marble to stay up there. I don't understand because I bought a stud finder. Insert joke here. I bought a stud finder. I put it on my wall. And when it lit up, I put a piece of tape there. You know, and I did that the whole length of my living room wall, like way up at the top. And then I drilled in to the studs, I thought, right? And I put a cat, I built it. I've got a piece of wood. I put some padding in there and I wrapped some cloth around it, stapled it together, put a shelf up there for my cats. My cats are the only ones that get up on that shelf. I don't have young children. I only have cats, and none of them are fat. I've had fat cats before. None of these are fat. And only one, maybe 2, if it's a weird day, are on that at a time. And that blanky blank is falling out of the wall. I just noticed it. So how do they keep that marble up, which weighs like a zillion pounds, when I drilled directly into 3 studs and my screws are coming out? Because I bought a stud finder. I didn't just do the knocking method. Oh, there's a stud. Maybe I should have. That's my problem. Maybe I should throw away the stupid stud finder and knock on the darn wall. I almost swore there. It's fine. Yeah. So how does it stay up? How does that stay up? They glue it. They stack it. How do you stack a panel to stay up? They stock it. No, they stack it. They I did. Now they're leaving. You see why all the girls are joking? Because they don't know. None of us can understand how the marble stays where it is. See? I'm waiting for anybody to tell me. Donald, come on, Donald. I know you know. How does the marble stay up? All right. Sorry. I got to get back to work.
Sir, you're not the first person who basically claimed they didn't do something after they pled guilty to it. But they're, I want to get this straight before it goes any further. You are pleading guilty to this. Do you feel anyone has pressured you to plead guilty?
Not at all.
All right. And you understand that with that plea of guilty, I'm accepting the fact that you committed the acts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I know there's nothing from the victim, anything from the state.
Your Honor, he has 116 days of jail time credit. Again, we're requesting restitution of $275 to Aaron Harris. That was for impound fees. Reading the PSI, Mr. Newman has a history of noncompliance and failing to appear. As I indicated, this plea was entered over 3 years ago. You gave him an opportunity to be out in the community after the plea. He had one thing to do, and that was to show up for sentencing, and obviously that did not occur. The state does not feel he is amenable to community control.
Okay, thank you. Anything on behalf of Mr. Newman?
Yes, Your Honor. As the court's well aware, this case is from over 3 years ago. During that time, as the state had mentioned, he has accumulated 116 days of jail time credit. There has been a consequence to his actions in this case. At the time this was going on, Mr. Newman tells me he obviously living in Cleveland, he was having transportation issues. He tells me he reached out to his attorney at the time, I believe it was Mr. Rubenstein, to try to get this case continued. He advised Mr. Newman would not be able to and would have to be here. Unfortunately, he was not able to make it here. I am well aware, obviously, there was a substantial period of time that's accumulated from then until now.
Did we really learn anything from that website? I refuse to believe that it's stuck with tape. I refuse to believe that website just said that you stick it in place. I refuse to believe that the marble behind this judge is stuck in place with something sticky. I just feel like it has to be like cement or iron and cement. See, it did say screws too, but I feel like if you touch that with a screw, it's just gonna crack. How do you get that big? I'm not doing this courtroom anymore. This is too frustrating.
But he was also, when this had occurred, under the supervision on another case up there in Cleveland, and this kind of got lost in the wind, unfortunately. He has since gained employment. He's working for a temp agency. I believe in about 9 weeks, I think, or 8 weeks, it's going to hopefully turn full time. Obviously, him sitting here may no longer be the case. He's also obtained an apartment that hopefully would, continue on, but he's concerned about that as well due to his incarceration status, and he no longer has transportation issues. Moreover, I would also mention he does have a pending matter in Cuyahoga County, which he was released on bond to come resolve these matters before this court today. I do believe, whatever is necessary as far as supervision goes, if he is placed on this supervision by this court, that Cuyahoga County, since he resides in Cuyahoga County, would be better equipped to supervise him. I do see the original pre-sentence investigation had recommended some supervision with theft class and community service and full-time employment. I would recommend or ask this court to go along with that recommendation. Obviously, he has had issues showing up. We're not denying that.
Mom,
He's well aware of that.
Hi.
And he wants to take accountability and move forward with that. But I do believe that with him having done already 116 days on this, and the reality is that one way or another, Cuyahoga County would likely be supervising him going forward. I would be asking this court to place him on supervision and make that supervision transferable to Cuyahoga County if they're amenable to that, to allow him to have a better success rate in complying with supervision, since that's where he resides and that's where he works. We'll submit on that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Newman, is there anything you want to say, sir?
I'd like to say 2021 was a rough time for me. I wasn't on track the right way I was supposed to be. But 3 years later, fast forward, I can say I have been doing the things I have supposed to be doing, working, staying with a job. I acquired my own apartment with Section 8. I'm just hoping that you can, if you will, still let me do the probation if possible.
Well, you have a warrant for out of Cuyahoga County for carrying concealed weapon and receiving stolen property, right? Basically, same thing as here.
Hi, Nicola.
You really don't have a bad record. You have 1 felony 5 conviction, some minor, you have, yeah, some very minor misdemeanor type cases. You had a very rough upbringing. Not your fault that that was the case, but I think it's part of the problem here. But here's where we are. You absconded from pretrial for 23 months. You obtained two new felony charges that have not been resolved in one circumstance. You have a history of violating probation through Cuyahoga County on January 22, March 22, and July of 24. So I find that you're not amenable to community control. I've considered the purposes and principles of sentencing. No, I take that back. In reality, you are amenable to community control. I've considered the purposes and principles of sentencing, including the resource and the allocation of resources that it would take to imprison you, and the fact that the length of the sentence, it would make no sense whatsoever to send you to prison. I'll place you on community control, order you to serve 180 days in a Warren County jail, give you credit for 116 days. If you have no problems while you're in jail, then we'll terminate your supervision at the end of your sentence. Meaning, just don't have any issues in jail and you're not going to be on probation here, and you can deal with Cuyahoga County on your own. Restitution is ordered. Is there anything I haven't addressed other than post-release control and appellate rights? I'll waive cost. Mr. Gutman, can you think of anything other than those two things that I haven't addressed?
There.
Okay, sir. I'm not sending you to prison, so this really shouldn't apply, but somehow I think the 12th district would find a way that it did. So I'm going to advise you again about your post-release control warnings. If you do go to prison, and that can happen, for example, if you had an issue in the jail and your community control was revoked, then you still could go to prison for a period of 6 to 18 months. If you do go to prison, you're subject to 2 years of discretionary post-release control. If you violate the terms of post-release control, the adult parole authority can send you back to prison for an additional 9 months. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you are convicted of a new felony during that period of supervision, the court that has the new felony can revoke post-release control, impose whatever time remains on supervision, or 1 year, whichever is more, to serve consecutive to the sentence in a new felony case. Do you understand that, sir? You have a right to appeal this sentence. You have 30 days from today to file a notice of appeal. If you cannot afford counsel, counsel will be appointed to represent you. Any document you need to be provided at no cost. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Gutman?
I want to know if I can work for the litigator, so where they tell me if you work for that, you can work 1 day and get 1 day off your sentence while being here. Would I be able to do that? Because I still have an apartment and I'm 2 months already not paying it, and I don't got no one else out there to pay it. It's Section 8, like the government's paying for it. And when I get out, I'm gonna be all that square one again once I do get out of here.
I'm not sure what all the parameters are, but he does have warrants out for him that may preclude that.
Yeah, I think with that outstanding warrant, that would create a problem for litigator. I'm not sure. You don't get paid for that. I'm not sure how that would affect your situation. Why don't you complete the substance use treatment program at the jail, and I'll look at this again.
Okay. And the other reason I do have a warrant in Cleveland is because I was here for the court date, and I didn't know how to reschedule it or anything when I was here.
It was on August 14th. We were supposed to have a pre-trial. He was obviously locked up.
Well, I would call your attorney in Cleveland, let them know what the situation is. They're probably going to leave the warrant in place, but that just means you'll get transported there when you're released from here, and you can deal with it up there. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Harris, you ready?
Yeah, that's Harris.
I'm going to wait 2 seconds because it looks like my internet is a little shaky right now. So if you can hear me darkest night and I'm not all cutting out. So you know how Mom Spaghetti said that you made her day? Everybody who says that, guys, when you guys give out gifted memberships, you should see the comments. They say things like, you know, my mom just went into the hospital and it doesn't look good and I was so sad, and then boom, I got this, and you know, it made me smile for a second. It just is really good. So let's go. So okay, we watched it. It was 19 minutes long. Are we blaming Bill or am I the hero? I think it's a little of both. It was great when the lawyer was arguing with the judge, but then it got boring. But he's still going to jail for a bit, but then he's going to lose his house. Listen, never mind. I can't say that. Hey, JK. Hey, Twitch. Gosh, everybody is here today. All right, since everybody's here today, I'm going to pull out a different video that I'm going to pull out a completely different video. I wasn't going to play this. I was going to make it into a video, and I did make it into a video. Just unfortunately, that video had no sound, so I had to take it down real quick. But I'm going to play it for you guys because it's really good. I think the sound is okay. What I don't know is if I had to edit this at all. So I just hope I don't dox. I hope there's no address or anything. But this is a Karen. We're going to see a Karen. Here we go.
Yeah, or you can speak to an attorney on your own to help you do that. And you know, if that's what you need to do, that's what I would encourage you to do that. Do you want to say?
I am definitely doing.
Do you want to say anything before I sentence you today?
I mean, no, because I don't have anything else to say. I'm sorry. I feel like this is a giant waste of all of your time that this has to be dealt with, because if she had never approached me, it would never have been an issue.
Well, neither one of you live here, you know.
I believe they both reside in
I think, but I don't know, because I was in Judge Fleischer's courtroom while this was going on, and then he stopped his stream, and I turned to this station, and boom, this is what I walked into. But I think that this is the woman that was injured by her because they got into a fight for some reason that's probably just stupid.
Cuyahoga County.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Ms.
Hubba.
Okay. You said the terms that you were asking for, Mr. King.
well, with the no contact order, at least supervision. I just think that the injuries that were inflicted requires more than just a fine and slap on the wrist. Quite frankly, I think some jail would be warranted, but in order to have the no contact order, we need some sort of probation at a bare minimum.
You're gonna
Anger
crochet a
management
lizard?
would be appropriate.
You don't need to fill that out, sir.
I don't?
No.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Okay, Ms. Beldheim, so I'm impose a $200 fine, court costs 14 days in jail, I'll give you 1 day credit. Any questions about that sentence?
Wait, what is happening?
You have 13 days of jail to do, and then the case is over.
I have 13 days. How am I supposed to do that?
I'll give you a report date if you don't want to go today, but that's what
One
we're
day
gonna
at a
do.
time.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. This is ridiculous for defending myself.
Okay.
I don't have that option. I don't have anyone who can cover for me at work. You want me to do days in jail over anger management classes? He suggested anger management classes and we're going with jail time?
He suggested that too, in addition to another punishment. I'm not going to place you on probation.
Here's the problem though. I don't have the ability to I don't have someone who, I had to take off work today and I had to screw my bosses over. I can't do, if I could honestly do probation and the anger management, that would work better for me.
I understand that.
It's only because I can't afford to do 14 days in jail. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose everything because of her lies.
And if you know that the cop, the bailiff there, he doesn't get up for nothing. He does not stand up for anything.
Do you want a report date or do you want to do it today?
I need a report date.
Okay.
I'm so screwed.
Okay. You have a right to.
Can I appeal?
You have a right to an appeal. You can file an appeal if you like. Any other questions?
Yeah, I need, where do I go to file an appeal?
You can do that here.
Like right now?
District Court of Appeals. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
This is ridiculous.
You can give the bailiff a report date today.
We'll work on the report date, okay?
Are you gonna contact me?
No.
You want me to
We're gonna
wait?
do it now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you.
You need to come with me.
You mad, bro? You mad? Yeah, I got a 7-hour stream from him. Did you see that? That's what I got from it. Worth it. Totally worth it. Okay. Now I can't make that into a video. Plan B. Worth it. Totally worth it. I don't know what this is. It just says agree. Oh, I remember. TP. Hello, TP. Sir. Well, okay. Don't worry. He unmutes it. Okay. Yeah, there she is. There he is.
Know that.
Good enough.
Trying to figure this out, to be honest with you. And someone can maybe fill me in.
Your Honor, would you like me to fill you in on the chain of events?
Well, let me pull my notes up.
That's a felony, Missy.
So I ordered restitution. This was a passing bad checks. It was $4,130. It was written. That's been paid, correct?
Correct.
Well, so I get this letter from Mr. Houston saying that there's a civil case pending for $9,500. What's that about?
Your Honor, I think he had filed that. This was for, I believe, rent, if I remember correctly. There was some discussion.
All I'm saying is, I don't know if you can see this right here with this thing here, but you can look as soon as it goes away. That's a law book. It's a real law book. So this judge better stop arguing with this attorney because he has a law book right in front of him.
Discussion about getting this taken care of in this case, but he had filed a civil. So we came up with the $4,130, I believe.
How much were the checks written for?
They were $4,130.
So the $9,500 is something completely separate from the criminal act.
It was somewhat interchanged in that fact. The summary was between May 20th of 2022 and August 1st of 2022. The defendant wrote 5 bad checks, failed to pay rent to landlord and Morrow.
Well, my question.
The amount of checks is correct, is $4,130. The failure to pay rent from July and August.
Oh, that's not a criminal offense. Failure to pay rent is not a criminal offense.
Right. So he did pursue that civilly. That is correct.
But so
my
again,
landlord that.
her owing him rent has nothing to do with this case.
She has, I guess, taken care of what you ordered her to do in this case. That is correct.
That was the criminal aspect. This is a criminal court here. This civil lawsuit for unpaid rent is not before this court. It has nothing to do with. I mean, obviously, it might have been the precipice for her writing the checks to begin with.
Right.
But I have no authority to order her to pay some civil damages to get off a community or get off of ILC.
We did want to make you aware he was contacted. He did send a letter.
I got the letter right here.
What his position was, so you do have that.
But again, he sued her for something outside the scope of the criminal activity.
I think it's fair to say that what she was asked to do as far as restitution, she has completed in this court. That is correct.
I don't know why you won't just agree with me that the unpaid rent has nothing to do. I mean, it may have been the reason she wrote the bad checks, but that has nothing to do with this case. You won't agree with me on that?
Oh, I don't know.
Look, you can object because the victim's objecting.
I haven't objected, Your Honor. I just wanted the court to be aware of what the victim's wishes were.
I'm 100% sure I said those words many times when I was married.
Yeah, I have that. But again, the court is going to find that this civil case, I mean, if I held her on ILC until the civil case was disposed of, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I don't think I have any authority to order her to pay a civil judgment or whatever.
Right, but you do have the authority, whether she was ordered to do so much time on community control.
No, and I understand that, but when I have Officer Bridgman making a recommendation to me because what I'm doing then is I'm wasting resources. Officer Bridgman, would you agree with that?
I agree with you, Your Honor. Also,
thank you. I'm glad that someone's agreeing with me today.
I would like to say, though, that the civil case has been concluded. It's not pending anymore, or it's not active anymore.
Okay, you guys settled that.
It was concluded of October last year.
Is there a judgment outstanding against you?
No.
So what is this about?
I don't know what occurred in the other court.
This is what he says. Did you see this?
I can explain it if you would like me to.
Well, this is what he says. He says he disagrees with you being released from probation until you have settled your obligation with her civil case of $9,500. He gives me a case number. I don't know what that's not in my court. She has given me the excuse each time that she does not have the money in front of the judge, which she was a no-show a couple times, but can come up with $4,000 to settle this. That sounds like the case is still pending. Go ahead, Ashley.
Your Honor, the civil case started before that. She was granted ILC, and her wages were being garnished for payments. And then when ILC was granted, she eventually, shortly after, lost her job because of the felony charges. So she still was making payments. However, they weren't as much as when it was being garnished. And then in the October review hearing there, she was unemployed. The judge, I believe, concluded it and told the victim that he could
Did Fozzie just say Michelle was a hoe today? I think so. Fozzie, that's rude.
file if that was what he wanted to do. But it was concluded at that time. She's since obtained employment and has paid her restitution on the criminal case in full.
Did you have something you wanted to tell me?
I was just agreeing with her.
All right. Well, based upon Officer Bridgman's recommendation, I'm going to terminate your ILC at this time. And that'll be that. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to send you some more quotes. Okay. I think I did. Oh, I got one more. It's not great, but it's good. It's fine. I'll tell you why it's fine when we get there. Here we go.
Good morning. Good morning. This is State of Ohio versus Stephen Dean. Case number is 22CR 39960. Mr. Dean is present today without an attorney. The state is represented by Jenny Nicholson. We are here for a preliminary probation violation hearing. Mr. Dean.
Yes, Barb. Yes.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
The allegations are that you failed to report on January 29, 2024 for an office visit. On January 31, you failed to report for an office visit. On February 16, you failed to report to the office after being sent an order to report. That resulted in a warrant for your arrest. On September 9, 2024, 2 days ago, you submitted to a drug test positive for methamphetamine and amphetamine. You admitted the usage. This could result in revocation of your community control. You don't have much credit. How much do you have? 30-something days or
28 as of today.
28 days.
I feel 28
We
days is a
could,
lot for me.
Terminate your community control and impose a term that was reserved. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to represent you. Would you like to have legal counsel?
No, I just wish to proceed today.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I do have to remind you that if you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to represent you.
Michael, you're making me
You
cry.
also are always better off in a courtroom being represented by an attorney because you're at a disadvantage. The state has an experienced prosecutor.
Yeah.
You have to follow the rules of evidence and the rules of criminal procedure without any training. So you're always better off being represented by an attorney.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to waive counsel?
Yeah, I've been dealing with courts long enough. I feel like there's enough aware about me that I trust the courts.
I trust the courts. He's standing in front of the judge. He could go to jail. He has 28 days of credit, but he could go to jail. And he's standing in front of the courts. And he says, no, I don't need an attorney. I trust the courts.
Okay. All right, I accept your waiver. Do you admit or deny the allegations?
I admit.
There's a statement from the state of Ohio.
Your Honor, this is his first violation. We will defer to probation's recommendations.
Okay, anything you want to say?
Just that I know there's a major piece this last stint I had in treatment that I kind of had put on the back burner, and I'm married, and that was a big piece that I really didn't discuss, and I went back for my wife. I know I make my own decisions, but that was one thing that kind of weighed me down, and that's just what led me to be back in front of you today.
Carolyn, could you please, sorry, CJ, can you please interpret that? What the heck did he just say? Did anybody understand what he just said there? I'm married. Yeah, that's it, JK. I'm married. Send me to jail. Please, Judge. Please.
Went back and tried to mend things with my wife alone without any guidance from a professional or whatever it needed to be. And that's what led me to be here today.
I'm not sure I'm following the whole picture here.
Okay.
You, January 2024, you failed to report.
Yeah.
How long had he been on probation?
At that point, he had been on probation. It would have been 11 months at that point.
Okay, so no problems for 11 months?
No, I had completed all stages of treatment.
Okay, were you married at the time?
Yeah, I got married. I got married in 3 years ago. Sorry, June.
Okay.
Facts.
So what are you saying about going back with your wife? What does that have to do with violating?
In his boot?
Just because I got clean and I wasn't feeling right about doing good without her. It was what I was getting at. I kind of felt like I left her in the dark and went back and tried to mend things alone. I didn't discuss it. I didn't, during treatment, they didn't even know I was married. It was just something I held on to. That's what I was getting at.
Okay.
I know it don't make sense. I'm sorry.
Okay, good. I'm glad we agree on something.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, I'll just leave it. I know what I got to do. I was doing great. I had a good job that I could go back to. Like you said, I was doing good for 11 months. I bought a new truck.
You still have it?
No, my grandparents co-signed on it, and they kind of took back control of that, which I don't blame them. But I was paying rent in a house, so I was doing good.
Okay, 8 months have gone by since you stopped reporting. What
Yeah.
have you been doing for 8
I've
months?
just been chasing
drugs,
chasing my wife and getting high, honestly.
All right. Okay. I'm going to terminate his community control.
Dude, you just lost your community
He's had
control.
100 chances in this court. You showed you can do it, and you stop. So we know you can. So it's up to you at this point in time. People are probably so frustrated with your situation. I understand you have a disease, but you also seem to be admitting that when you put in the effort, you can do it. And when you don't, here you are. 180 days credit for in Warren County Jail. Let's see.
The judge, he trusted you. He trusted the court.
Yeah, it's just one count, 180 days in the Warren County Jail. Give him credit for the 28 days he served. And once you've finished your jail term, then we'll terminate your probation.
Okay.
So when I say I'm going to terminate it, we're going to do it at the end of your jail term.
Okay.
That way, if you test positive in the jail, you got another 6 months you could serve. That's been.
Would you be open to a litter getter or something I could do productive while I'm there.
All of them want the litter getter detail. All of them. I want to pick up litter. Like, if I was in jail, I would want the litter getter one too, because you get time off at the end. I guess if you do a good job on the litter getter, and all I do all day at work and at home is pick up litter, pick up litter, pick up litter, pick up litter. I would be out of jail. Give me a 30-year sentence. I'd be out of jail tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want that to be a neutral or unsuccessful term at the end?
Depends on how he does in jail.
Okay.
And he can do litter pickup, no problem.
Do you want me to put that in the entry?
Yes, please. Is there anything else we need to put in the entry that I've?
Just appellate rights.
Okay, anything else from probation?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
I gave him his appellate rights.
Raven, are you a girl or a boy? Or undecided? We're fine with that one too. Just asking.
That's sentencing. Terminating his probation in 6 months. Okay, you can appeal this sentence. You can appeal this finding. You have 30 days. File a notice of appeal. If you can't afford counsel, counsel will be appointed to represent you. Any document you need to be provided at no cost. Do you have any questions? Or?
No, as far as the litter getter, do I need to, will they just let me know?
It's in the entry. Just ask when you go there if you can do it.
Okay.
And point out that
Lacey,
it's
are
already
me and
in
you
the
in the
entry.
same
You don't
place?
need any further permission from the court.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I trust you, Judge. Judge, I trust you're not going to do me dirty because you're a judge, right? I trust you. Never trust a man. Well, I mean, you're a name on you're like I can't see you. I've never seen you, so it's hard to tell for some people. I always thought Darkest was a girl, and I was just wrong. But sometimes they're stuck in my head. I always knew Myco Psycho was a boy because Myco Psycho, Mike. I mean, it's right there in his name, Mike. Oh man, I'm glad Metal's not here. I wonder what Metal would say. Metal. Everybody, what would Metal say if I asked him that same question? Oh, honey, I can't see that. All I see is gray. My eyesight is terrible. Terrible. The nuns told me this was going to happen to me someday. I don't think I thought you were a guy security because of some of the things you said. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. What did you want? Yes, an elephant. I bought elephant underwear for a boyfriend once. Good times. Okay, so we're gonna go to Judge Fleischer. You're not old. CRD. Oh, CRD left. I'm sorry. Judge, you look very nice today. Oh, he got a haircut. Judge Fleischer got a haircut.
I'm a student. Yeah. That's okay.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, señor. Good morning.
Sir, you were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You cannot afford a lawyer be appointed to represent you.
Yes, Jojo.
That's not a very appropriate shirt that you're wearing for court, sir.
Finally, he says that. Jojo, thank your family for all their service, please. From us, all the Vibers.
The word revenge, really?
Palabra venganza, de veras.
Yes, Judge. Complainant and defendant are married with a 2-year-old. On September 8th, 2024, officer was dispatched to a family disturbance. Complainant observed defendant to be drunk. Complainant and defendant got into a verbal argument over him being drunk, while the complainant was laying on bed with their son on her left side. The defendant grabbed her right arm with his left hand and her left arm with his right hand, trying to get the phone from her, causing pain. The phone then fell out of the complainant's hand. The complainant tried to grab the phone, but the defendant pulled her hair back with both hands, causing pain, causing her to fall on the baby. The officer observed the complainant's right arm to have a light red mark and bruises. The officer observed the defendant to have red bloodshot eyes and a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant.
Any prior criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Butztuel, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What is your status in this country? Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Butztuel? I want you to think about this. You're not in this country with permission. So what happens if you go to jail?
I don't know.
Immigration will find you because they sweep it every couple hours. And if they find you, they'll put a detainer on you. If they put a detainer on you, you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration. And then you'll be deported. However, it will take you around 9 months for all that to play out. So if you do not want that to happen, then you must follow the conditions I put on you now. I don't care what your excuse is. You violate these conditions, into jail you will go. You will not get any more PR bonds. The first thing I'm ordering you to do is not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you consume any alcohol whatsoever from any source, you will go to jail. I'm also ordering you now. Do we know if she wants to have contact?
Your Honor, let me see if the writ has been done. The writ has not been done, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. That is Brenda Jeanette Levia de Martinez. You are not allowed to have contact with her whatsoever for any reason. A protective order has been issued in this case, and I would suggest that you get to know it, because if you violate this court order or you violate my order now, into jail you will go, and I will make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? You will not get any more warnings from us. For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, I'll have you get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then we'll just have you waiting back for your lawyer, sir.
I don't know, but please do not ever mute. Body, booty, booty, big booty. Don't mute, because it just causes chaos in other people's streams.
Heed this warning. You will not get another one.
Heed my warning. Don't mute.
Mind filing no contact and no weapons, please, guys. Oh, good call. No. Thank you.
Page 21, Martinez, Gabriel.
I work with someone with no green card. They work under the table for cash.
Yes,
Gabriel
Gosh,
Martinez.
here we go.
Núñez
No,
Martínez.
Michael, I've not seen him.
Gabriel Núñez Martínez. Gabriel Martínez.
Mr. Gabriel Martinez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On September 9th, 2024, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle to have an expired registration as of January 2024, and to be traveling within 300 feet behind the officer's vehicle with high beam headlights on 6700 block of Harrisburg Boulevard. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant and the driver of the vehicle. The officer observed wet, glossy eyes, the odor of alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated he consumed 2 16-ounce Bud Lights. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk-in turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 4 out of 4. Inventory was conducted and the officer observed and opened the 16-ounce Bud Light beer within the center console, half full and full to touch. The defendant was read the GIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.221 and 0.204. The defendant was identified with a Texas driver's license.
Oof. 221, and you have alcohol in the car while you're driving? Mr. Martinez. I'm going to find that there's. I am now making sure that you have an interlock so that you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that has alcohol in it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am now taking away your privilege to drive since you have alcohol with you in the car while you're driving. I'm ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. Mr. Martinez, you will be signing a promise with me today that you're not to drive any vehicle whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you drive a vehicle, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States? Martinez, I hope that you heed this warning. That if I find you driving, you will be doing a lot of time in jail. Likewise, if you consume alcohol, and I don't care what source it is, I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to me that you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and drive. And then you will meet with Rachel for your bond conditions. Vic, can you file the guardian interlock paper, please?
I don't know. I'm ready.
It's okay. You can go. I need to talk to Rachel.
He said it has to be like a date, so he's the one driving. I'm old enough that he's the one driving. Plus, I need a test to be a driver. I tend to drink a lot on dates. A lot. Every time I see a red flag, I take a shot. It goes away.
Soto, come on up. Soto,
He has a device already.
page 28.
Judge, he says he already has
Yeah, I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You're not allowed to drive. So we're going to have you, we will leave you in that, and then I'm going to give you a portable device. I'll pay for everything. So there's no excuse. But you're not allowed to drive it. And that thing takes a picture every time you get in this car. So if you try to drive, we're going to know. Do not drive. Okay.
Soto on page 28.
Soto Caballero.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Complainant and defendant are dating. On September 8th, 2024, officers were driving through the apartment complex parking lot located at 10101 West San Houston Parkway in Harris County, Texas. The officers observed a Harris Fire Department engine 73 parked next to the building number 11. HFD informed the officers that they were there for an assault call at apartment 1104. Complainant and defendant were arguing about their relationship, and the complainant asked the defendant to gather his personal belongings and leave her apartment. The defendant became angry and struck her in the left side of her face with a closed fist, causing pain. The defendant stated he and the complaining witness were arguing about the dating relationship and stated he became upset and struck the complaining witness.
Mr. Soto, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a United States citizen, sir?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
With permission.
What type of permission do you have? Okay. I want you to understand, the more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of that permission being revoked and you being deported to your country of origin. They're not going to let you stay here if you're going to pick up a bunch of criminal cases. Do you understand? As it stands now, I don't even know if you have it or not, and I quite frankly don't care. I want you to understand that if you go to jail and immigration finds you and there's any problem with your paperwork, they will put a detainer on you. You will be stuck in custody until these cases are over with. As it stands now, I'm putting conditions on your bond, and if you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds from us. As for now, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this.
Can I ask you a very personal question, CRD? It might be a little offensive, but I have to know. When's the last time you've had a cup of tea that you made with just like a Lipton tea bag, or worse, the generic tea bag?
This case, and not to be in possession of any weapons. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm waiting for a work visa. I'm an electrician. Electrician.
Do you have a job now?
Shocking, isn't it, Judge?
Not right now. I'm waiting for the work permit.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
I'm so
Like
sorry
2
that happened
months
to you.
ago.
What were you doing?
Change? Yes, yeah. Electrician.
Hey, it's time to get working. We're not going to let you sit here and do nothing all day. I am now making that a
Then
condition of your bond that you
go
start
find
working
a
as well.
job.
Don't get picky.
No.
Beggars can't be choosers. If you need to get a job at McDonald's or Wendy's or Home Depot or Lowe's, then that's what it needs to be. Do you understand?
I have the appointment for the work permit tomorrow.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
You sound like one of my children. I can taste the paper on this popsicle. Turn off the beater before I lick it.
The future? I don't know. Pardon? Is that the one? I don't understand too well. Is that the one that you have to pay for?
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
But I'm going to make sure that you're working, Mr. Soto. You're not going to get out of this squeaky easy. If you're not working, you're not becoming a productive member of society. Life is not going to go well between you and I. You understand? So I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a full-time job. And if you've done nothing, it's just not going to go well for you.
Okay.
Okay, I already have an application on file. So for now, I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Victoria, and then we will have you take a seat in the jury box, sir.
All right, Judge, next is page 4. Yeah.
Can you file conditions on that, please?
Brenick,
No contact, no
Travis, come on
weapons,
up.
and get a job, please.
My whiskey kills any single taste of
Page
paper in
4.
my tea.
Brenick.
Travis Brenick.
Sir.
Mr. Brenick, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. We're going to do probable
Guilty.
cause.
I
You have
don't
the
know
right
why.
to remain silent.
He's
Anything
guilty.
you say can or will be used against you. Is this an arraignment or is this something else?
This is an arraignment. This is one of the ones that was sent to the hospital and was released. And was given the 7-day setting within here, so we issued the ACIs.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Honor. On August 18, 2024, officers were dispatched to an abandoned Luby's restaurant. The area is secured by multiple lock chain fencing and all the windows and doors are boarded up. The defendant was inside a fenced and secured area lying down. The officers made contact with him and identified him by his Texas driver's license. Officers called the key holder and left a voicemail. The defendant was given orders to vacate the premises. About 30 minutes later, officers received a call from a courtesy officer of an apartment complex who requested that a criminal trespass affidavit be issued.
No,
Officers
you're
met with the
great.
apartment manager who
Epic.
advised that the defendant does not live there and was inside the complex in an area only accessible if you have an access card. The defendant was found lying on a bench outside of an apartment gym.
And this, kids, is how you lie on the internet. Take notes.
The officers issued the warning and he disregarded the warning. Officers then told him that if he did not leave, he'd be arrested. Defendant stated, "I'm not moving." Officers then attempted to put the defendant into custody, but he pulled his arms away and went limp. Defendant is obviously giant and a taser had to be used.
Yes.
Once taken into custody.
Billy says that he's obviously a giant and a taser.
Yes, sir. Once taken into custody, officers conducted a pat down and found a glass pipe, a small amount of marijuana, and a lighter and a knife. Luby's called back and asked for a criminal trespass charge.
Okay. You're just trying to find a place to sleep? Can't go back there, man. I'll appoint your lawyer today and we'll find you resources, okay? Just don't go back to these places. Otherwise they're just gonna continue to harass you. We wanna help you and we wanna, find you a place, hopefully a permanent place, but just don't go back to these locations. Otherwise they're just gonna keep continuing to do this.
That's
We don't
why I
want
do my
this,
best work.
So bear with me. I'm gonna have you sign a reset now. I'll have you take a seat. I'll have you speak to a lawyer now. We'll try to find you a resource to help you out. So you just don't get,
Thank you, Judge.
back and forth and back and forth. This is what, number 4 now, We gotta find you something else. This is not working, Mr. Brennan. Yeah, okay. So just hang tight with me. We'll have you sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the box and we'll help you out, okay?
I think so. I don't
For
know
sure.
though.
Come on.
Judge, those states bond conditions.
Yes, please.
All right, Judge, next is page 5. Burgess, come on up.
Victoria, you sound lovely.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I really do. Hold on. I'm right
Then
back.
have a seat in the jury box behind you.
Okay, what page did you say?
Page 5.
All right, good morning, Mr. Burgess. Mr. Burgess, you're charged with failure to control speed to avoid an accident. This is a Class C misdemeanor. You're facing up to $500, up to a $500 fine, and that's it. It looks like, is this a traffic appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think we have to do probable cause at this time. It's just an appeal, right?
Your Honor, we don't, since this is just a Class C appeal.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see if you want to work something out real quick and then just kind of let us know?
Already resolved it, Your Honor. I've
Okay.
spoken with the chief, so.
Okay, so,
Just reset whenever they need to complete the class.
okay, done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just be careful, okay?
Yes, sir.
Judge, how much time did you want to take?
How much time do you want?
30 days will be funny.
Okay, that's done.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right,
Take
Judge,
care.
Next is page 7 and 8. Cabrera, come on up. All right, counsel.
Gilberto Cabrera. Yes, sir. Mr. Cabrera, you're charged with 3 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon, and you're also charged with failure to stop and give information. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year. On the other cases, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On September 9th, 2024, officers heard a loud noise sounding like a vehicle crash at 8100 block of Elrod Street in Harris County, Texas. Officers observed the defendant's vehicle leave location at a high rate of speed and observed the complainant's vehicle in the middle of the street. Officers believed the defendant had been involved in an accident and followed the vehicle. A traffic stop was initiated. Officers made contact with the driver, defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle, and the officers observed glassy eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. Defendant admitted drinking prior to operating the motor vehicle, and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, 1 leg stand 1 out of 4. Defendant was read the DIC and refused breath and blood. Blood search warrant was obtained and executed. A search incident to arrest was conducted, and the officers located a pistol in the holster in the middle console. Officers made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant was driving at a high rate of speed, attempted to go around him as he pulled into his driveway, struck the complainant's vehicle, and kept driving. The damages to the complainant's vehicle were approximately $1,500. Defendant was identified with a Texas driver's license.
Mr. Cabrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Yes, look, see if any is your priority to be eyes, please. Please. Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Full coverage. Okay, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol and kind of dope, I will put you in jail. Okay, no more PR bonds for you. Do you understand? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm first going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you meet with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then we'll send you on your way. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. All right, please.
Judge, page 12, Della Cerda.
So, Mr. Della Cerda, sir, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On September 9th, 2024, officers observed defendant's vehicle parked in a valet area at 1720 Main Street in Harris County, Texas. Officers observed the Louisiana license plate to be fictitious based on training experience. Officers observed the VIN returned to a confirmed Louisiana stolen vehicle as of March 2024. Officers observed defendant parked vehicle and they observed the defendant park his vehicle and enter the establishment, upon which the officer made contact with the valet to inspect the key fob. Officer observed the key fob to be generic without manufacturer markings and with a blank uncut key. The defendant, age 19, arrested for possession of a stolen vehicle, and the search of his vehicle was conducted, and the officers located a backpack and trunk containing an AR pistol. The defendant was identified with a Texas driver's license.
Mr. Della Cerda, I'm going to find that there's probable.
Yes, Donald, I do. This is what I wear when I'm panhandling at Burger King. We'll work for food. It's nice because it has like leaves in it and stuff. Don't ask. So I get sympathy for leaves in my hair. Please. I will work for food. Now it's in my mouth. Ugh. I will work for food. I made $800 today.
Yes, sir.
Della Certa,
Yes, sir.
the felony case was dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Why? And does that make this fruit?
Let's see.
Your Honor, the felony case was dismissed because knowledge could not be proven that the vehicle was stolen. Knowledge of the vehicle was stolen could not be proven.
But, let's see. Let me look at our information one more time. Yeah. The way it's charged, I guess, yes, I'll just have to read that. Right. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna find no probable cause, you know? And then you guys gotta do what you gotta do, but you within have no business having an AR-15. God forbid you use it and then end up with a murder case. I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case now, but that's not to say they might indict this through a grand jury because they still can do that. But I'm gonna tell you now, at 19.
Sorry, I played your husband earlier for you. He's got a beard now. It's so nice to hear from you. I don't know if you're breaking the rules with the phone, though. So if you are, and it's going to mess with your heart at all, throw it away. You don't need a phone right now. You need to rest. You need to relax. You need to get your heart pumping. There he is. He's got a beard. He's got that look on his face like, yeah, okay, whatevs. I bet your husband says whatevs all the time, too. Totally whatevs.
There's no business
Sorry,
for
we
you
love
having
you.
an AR-15. No business. I'm telling you, what you do now will affect you for the next 40 years of your life. You have that? People are so tempted to use guns. It's crazy. You will end up doing something in the heat of the moment that really kills your life for the next 40 years. I see it over and over. Don't make that mistake, Mr. Della Certa. Do you understand? All right, take a seat for me, sir.
All right, Judge, next is page 16, Gomez. Sarah Gomez.
Happy birthday, Jay Fire. Everybody say happy birthday
Mara
to
Gomez.
Jay Fire.
Yes.
Please.
Miss Gomez, you're charged with assault of a family member.
That was last year. That was last year.
Judge, that was my last year's crime. Come on.
Yeah, your case is 363 days old. You keep failing to appear. Now your case is over a year old.
She goes with you. Ooh.
How many PR bonds has she been given? Because if it's multiple ones, I'm not done with that.
I have 0 fans at my desk. How did this happen?
Take a seat for me in the jury box, ma'am. You're not allowed to leave
Like this.
in the jury box.
I just had a wig on. Now I need a fan.
All
Where's my
right, Judge,
Philippines?
page
Where's my fan?
22. Lorillo, come on up.
You know what happens when you pick up a new case. And we will continue to do this every single time. You picked up a new case in Montgomery County. While
Jay Fire turns 48 and she assaults a family member. Is there a correlation? Probably, yes.
you're on bond for this case, just listen. I expect that when you're out there in the free world, that you're going to behave yourself. And
Last time, Your Honor.
I'm not doing it now. You bonded out. What I'm trying to tell you is to behave yourself. If you're incapable of doing that with the company you keep, then get new company. But I'm not gonna let you just pick up new cases and let you walk out of here. Every time you pick up a new case, every time you violate conditions, I'm going to put you in jail, and I will triple, if not quadruple your bond. That's it. I'm not asking you much. I'm just asking you to follow the law. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to test you 35 to 40 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand? You now know, and you're on notice. I have given you a lawyer, so there's no excuse. Do you have a Texas driver license?
No, sir.
Then you're not allowed to drive. And I'm making that a condition of your bond. What?
You already said this. I already signed a document. I haven't driven, and that's how I caught the new case, by not driving the car.
Okay. Let me see. All right. So we're on the same page?
Gotcha, Judge.
Okay. Fantastic. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have you hang tight. We're gonna wait for the lawyer to get here. We're gonna work something out, and then we'll send you in there. Okay? Just hang tight. Don't leave.
Marilla, go ahead and sign for your consent. All right, Judge, next is page 24, Cosdale, Eric.
Good morning, Mr. Postel. So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
J Fire, I sort of think you have to be at least 50 years tall to ride on this ride. I think you're a tiny bit too young. High legal fiction. Let's see if today he says hi back.
Okay.
On September 8th, 2024, officers observed the defendant's vehicle at 2200 block of Red Bluff Road in Harris County, Texas, an area known to be a hotspot for criminal activity, including distribution and delivery of narcotics. Officer ran the license plate for TLETs and found the registration to be expired as of April 2023. Officers observed altering material affixed to the front windows of the defendant's vehicle, and a traffic stop was initiated. Officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and officers observed a strong odor of marijuana. The defendant stated he did not have driver's license or insurance and stated there was marijuana inside the vehicle. A search of the defendant conducted, and officers located a usable amount of marijuana, a weight of 4.06 grams in right shorts pocket. Search of the vehicle was conducted, and officers located paraphernalia and a firearm located in the glove box. The defendant was identified with Texas ID.
Mr. Postel, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Sir.
Then you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you drive, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? We are going to now have you sign a promise with me. This is an affidavit that you're not to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if there are 15 baby kittens that need to be saved from a burning tree. Don't drive. You do it. You will be doing a lot of jail time. Do you understand? If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then we can talk about your driving. But until that point, if you do, you know what happens. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, we'll get you out of here. And when you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. All right, come on up.
Page 29, Valentino.
Hold on, I'm going to show you something. I'm getting it now. So, at my bar, when people ask my name, I always said the same thing. I said, my name is Kathy, unless you're complaining to the owner. Then my name is Jessica. Jessica's the other server. Jessica owns a Cricket. And I only recently found out what a Cricket is, by the way. Anyway, she owns a Cricket. This is my apron that I wear at work every day. That's why it's all dirty and nasty. She made me a cricket with a glittery Kathy on it. So people know my name is Kathy. Except my apron goes around my waist. And Kathy is right below the waist, right? Believe it or not, nobody looks there. It's like they do not ever look in that area whatsoever. So no one knows my name because it's on my apron. Now, this one is, she made me this apron. This is the logo to the restaurant that I worked in. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a dog. It's just a dog. Well, she made me this, and the owner's wife comes in one day, and the owner's wife sees my apron, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, is that a cricket?" And I looked at her because I didn't know. I just didn't know. Okay, I looked at her and I said, "No, it's a dog. It's Big Dog." She said, "No, did you make that with a cricket?" I said, "Oh, I don't know. Jessica made it for me." And now that's how I learned what a cricket is. Make my screen bigger. I can do that. Okay. There's my apron. And don't worry, I'll throw these straws that I come home with, they go in the trash. I don't reuse those. But there's my checkbook with people's orders on it. That's my work uniform right there. My pens. No, I don't have cute pens because cute pens don't stay in your apron very good. They fall on the freaking floor. And the floor for me is so far away. This is how I get tips. See? My tips jingle, they don't fold. Cute pens also get stolen. And this is I wrapped it up. This is the cricket. So upside down. This is the cricket. That's what she made me first. And then I made an ass out of myself in front of the owner's wife and said, "No, it's a dog." But that's okay. I didn't get fired or anything. But I still say my name is Jessica to half the people, and they don't know. I tell my customers as soon as they come in that I lie a lot, and I do. That's what I get paid for. Hi, Judge. Get back to work, Judge.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Mr. Tolentino, were charged with illuminating an aircraft with a laser pointing. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. How old are you? Are you here with anyone today? Okay.
And it was a flash.
Stop. I'm just asking if you're here with anyone today. You look like you're, so please.
On September 11, 2024.
Which is a good.
Officer was dispatched with an information call located at 106 Andorra Lane in Harris County, Texas, in reference to Harris County Sheriff's Office aircraft unit requesting a patrol unit due to an individual flashing a light to the aircraft. Complainant pilot stated the defendant was wearing a black shirt, black pants, and white shoes and was entering and exiting the 106 Andorra Lane. Complainant stated the defendant flashed a strobing light towards the aircraft approximately 3 to 4 times. The complainant stated the defendant continued to follow the aircraft with the flashlight. The complainant stated light intensity was sufficient to impair his ability to operate and control the aircraft. Defendant located and was detained. Defendant stated he observed the aircraft in the sky and pointed his flashlight towards it. Defendant stated he believed the aircraft was going for a joyride and wanted to get their attention. Officers located the flashlight.
Fozzie, what do you think about this? Is Fozzie able to text right now? Fozzie, what do you think about this? Have you ever had a problem with one of your planes because someone had a laser pointer at it? Guys, we were going to ask Oh, yeah. We were going to ask Metal. I mean, I know he's a boy. Metal, are you a boy or a girl? Because we were going to see how you were going to answer, right? Is that the question we were going to ask him? I don't remember.
Mr. Tolentino, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you imagine what would happen to you if you did it to such that there was an accident and the person ended up dying? Can you imagine what would happen? Who gets charged? Right. What do you think the charge would be? Perhaps manslaughter. Regardless, you're looking at 30, 40 years. Be careful. So what condition are you?
That was boring.
No illumination devices, or what do you think?
Your Honor, due to the unique gravity of the situation, we'll defer to the court at this time.
Don't engage in this type of behavior again.
Remove his
If
hand.
I find that you're doing this again, I'm going to put you in jail. I'm not going to give you a PR bond. The only reason you got out now is we gave you a PR bond. Do you understand? Are you a citizen of the United States? Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes,
What do you do in life right now?
I'm an electrician. I work at a construction plant.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school?
Yeah.
Good. Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer?
I got one. I could get one.
Okay. All right. If you have any problems, just let me know and we can try to find you a lawyer, but don't engage in this behavior again. If I find that you violate the law, you pick up a new case, you start doing this again, no more free world for you. You understand, sir? Okay. So for now, Mr. Tolentino, I'm going to have you sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. And after that, we'll let you go. All right.
Judge, that was the last one.
Got it. Okay. You ready? Andrew? Can you file conditions on that, please? Okay.
Aiden Burns.
Okay. Aiden Burns, come on up.
Page 5.
How is Mr. Burns doing?
He's trying to get his high school diploma. Actually, it's
great.
The system where you can get the actual diploma instead of GED. And he's
Coming up, Mr. Burns.
looking for a job at 10 different places. He has it on his phone where he's been looking for work. He does have a job already. He's just trying to get another one.
Okay.
Sorry to
Hi,
see
Mom.
about to
Come on
happen
up.
to you.
You're always welcome to come up as well.
Grandmother, yes.
How are things going with Mr. Burns?
Nice yellow tie.
He's following the rules. He's
Great,
been home on time.
great. And no issues then?
Pardon?
No issues?
No,
You were happy?
so far, yeah.
You're happy, then I'm happy.
He's applying for online school,
Okay.
and he does have a job, and he has been applying to other places.
As the adage goes, when mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. You know what I mean, Mr. Burns? As long as she's happy, then I'm happy. We all want you to be just a productive member, and at the minimum, get your high school diploma. If you can do that, we will all be jumping with joy. Okay? How much time would you like?
Another 30 days so I can look through it. I think we're going to apply for free time.
I don't
Okay.
jump, Judge.
By that time, you must be in school getting your high school diploma. I'm not going to understand if you're still registering. No, because we've given you a sufficient amount of time. You should be in school working toward that goal. So you understand? Okay. All right, guys. Good luck. See you in 30 days. Mom, if you have any issues, just let us know. Okay?
Judge, how much time?
They asked for 30 days.
September 30th.
Andrew, did you say he's registering for actual school or what?
I think it's an online program, which you actually get a high school diploma as opposed to a GED.
Okay. All right. Okay.
My cat is unhappy. Oh, they
Okay,
hear that?
Ms. Mon.
My cat is unhappy.
Mr. Alberto Cordova, he's in the bad boy box over here. It's there's 10, the BVR says 10 skip tests. If you break it down.
Come up.
Mr. Cordova, where are you? There you go. I just went over them. If you break it down, there's 5 that were missed at the time, but picked up 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, all passes. There's no fails ever. There's 5. Most of those are at 12 a.m., which.
Oh, no.
I just don't jump.
Oh, no.
No.
Well, I think you'll see that the 8 a.m. one was perfectly fine after that 12 a.m. miss.
2 black eyes.
And this happens a lot with these things. They fall asleep and they don't do the test. But I think if you look at 8 a.m., that's going to be a pass. There's no fails.
Of course it's going to be a pass. How many hours have passed? No. So you are not blowing like you're supposed to. You miss a midnight blow and then you blow again at 8 in the morning, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Right. There's 5 times in the 2 months where that happened. Excuse me. Yes, 5 times. And he brought the machine in on his own July 24th because there was some issue with it. And so you wanted to make sure it was, so instead of, yeah.
Say it again.
So we brought the device in, we had problems with the July 24th. This could still start in August.
I'm not linking that. I'm just telling the court that there's clearly an intent to follow the court's rules.
But there's not though, because he's skipping tests.
And I understand, and I know that happens and that's not acceptable, but I just want the court to realize that out of the 10 that are alleged, you can see that he took it very quickly thereafter and passed. So I would proffer to the court that that's probably what happened with these other missed tests, that he just didn't wake up to catch it 30 minutes later.
What times are the skip tests and then the retests, Rachel?
Okay, so the first skip test was August 28th.
Okay.
Skipped at 12 a.m. He tested, I'm sorry, I was about to say test. He tested and passed at 12:38. The next one skipped at 8 p.m., passed at 8:30. These next 3 are all skipped and there was no retest. So August.
Mr. Cordova, I'm not done with that. He skipped the test and he never retested.
Right. I mean,
So 5 of them he retested, 5 of them he did not retest.
Right.
Guess what happens now? Guess, Mr. Cordova. Sorry?
No.
What is it?
Said I wouldn't know, sir.
When you violate conditions of your bond, what happens, Mr. Cordova? And you violate them over and over and over and over and over again, and you don't retest. Good things don't happen when you skip. That leads me to believe one thing has happened. That's what it does.
I still
Goes
skip
with you?
though. I don't jump, but I will skip.
Can we set this for a bond hearing, Your Honor?
Sure.
Can we do that like in 2 days, 3
Sure.
days? Okay, we'll do that.
Absolutely. Sure.
Thank
I'm gonna I'll set your bond now. What's the bond's at what, $100 now? Or it's at 5,000 now? Oh, yeah. I'll set it at 7501.
Sorry?
His bond is 5,000 now. Set it at 7501.
7501, okay, 7,501.
7501.
Gotcha, okay, thank you.
Goes with you?
I'm coming in.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, of course.
Judge.
How are you?
I saw you walking with your stuff.
Yes.
But that kind of scared me because are you going somewhere else?
I am.
That's exactly
So I'm set in 15. I have not checked in with them this
But you're
morning.
number 8 with them.
I was number 8, and I apparently have moved up to number 1.
Really?
Yeah. Which I had a suspicion it could happen, but yeah,
Oh,
here we are.
that's quick, huh?
Yeah. So
Let's just keep, I'm not gonna reset it yet because it may cave, they may dismiss it, something like this.
and that was kind of what I was going to say. I just wanted to check in and let you know that I was going to go over there, and I'll be in communication with you guys. Alternatively, if it were to go, my idea, if it was okay with you guys, is if we would bump it a day. Only reason I ask is my client's mom flew in from out of state, so to watch trial. So yeah, would like to be able to if possible.
Absolutely. Of course. Are you, what, stay?
I was thinking that was fine if we're gonna move it, because he's picking at 1:30 in court 15. If in the event that he is actually picking in court 15, I'm gonna see it and then I'll email you with him, just like, that way you don't push the button and call a jury for tomorrow, waste that time.
You can always cancel it.
Well, we could, but my idea was to just push it to Wednesday, but pick and go. If
you pick
and go on Wednesday.
Oh, and then actually just start.
Nope. Absolutely not. I'm not doing jury selection. I'm telling you all that right now. Y'all are about to get excited because Judge Fleischer is going to do a trial. I get that. There's his YouTube channel. If you want to see jury selection, I will play the trial. I love playing the trial. Yeah, I knew what it meant. I never even thought about my tiny, never mind. I'm not playing jury selection. I'm gonna have to be there modding, even though I didn't mod it all today. And I have no excuse other than snore, drool. Yeah, that's what I was doing while it was going on. But we are not doing the jury selection on this channel. This channel is anti-jury selection. Anti. We have standards. We have a bar that we must hit.
Testimony, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was what I was thinking, to not waste judicial resources, but I also wanted to approach the court with that idea because we've never done that before.
I'm always flexible. So.
Yeah.
And I'm always down for that.
Because we've already, truth be told, we're meeting most of our witnesses today, but we're advising them for Wednesday anyway.
How many do you have?
We'll witness 2 cops, DWI Tech, and then DPS. So
We all have at least 30 other channels.
Possibly one.
He can't disclose that.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. I guess so. We'll just kind of in a holding pattern.
Make sure I CC you.
But I told him he was
I'm
one
going
and
to
only.
order a panel for tomorrow because we have to order by noon, right? If you're going, we can always cancel it.
I can cancel it, even
Right.
if I have to cancel it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's no harm, no foul canceling it, right?
And that's why I'm going to email you as soon as I know, in the event that he's actually.
Don't email me, text me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll text both the others. That way we're good as
Then,
numbers.
just, we can chain. So include me with Sean and then we can just text that way.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Judge, I'm here on Mr. Shelby. He failed to pick up his GPS when he bonded out, but he picked it up on Friday. He was in court, I think the Thursday before, and I forgot to tell him to do it, to remind him to do it.
Mr. Shelby
But
here.
Mr. Shelby is here, and he has his GPS monitor.
Come on up, Mr. Shelby. I mean, we ordered him to have it so long ago and he
But he
just now.
had just posted bond. He posted a cash bond, I think a surety bond, and
posted that bond for you, Mr. Shelby.
See what I mean with Lori? See what I mean? She's going through something. She's going through something. Today she made it in. Today she made it back to Lori. We get to see Lori in her glory. I don't know what she's going through. I hope it gets better soon, but at least she's having a good day today.
My daughter, Your Honor.
You have to understand that it really takes a lot for someone to post a bond because they got to trust you a lot. You know, I'm happy that you got the device, but I want you to maintain it. I'm going to tell you now, I will give you a pass, but I'm not giving you another one. You ever fail to maintain it, if you don't charge it like it's supposed to, if you violate the conditions, I promise you, I'm going to revoke it. I'll put you in jail. And at a $10,000 bond, I highly doubt your daughter's going to pony up that kind of money for you. So when you're out there, don't do anything to violate the conditions, and you better damn well know exactly what you have to do to maintain that thing on your ankle. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ever have any questions, Lori can always help you out with anything, and we can always help you out too. But I'm not gonna be understanding if you don't fail, if you don't keep it up. You understand, sir? Okay, all right, Lori, give him a pass, but,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
okay. Come on up.
This is in regards to Diego Cortez, Your Honor. Maybe bring the client out and then the client's mother is here. We do have the report from the T-Raz. Would you like to see?
Yeah, I bet you look spectacular.
What do you think?
Recommended IOP SOP, Your Honor.
Okay. I think that we said that we would do that, right?
The recommended SAT of Mclan.
Oh, really?
Someone who's Spanish speaking, and then recommended IOP SOP after that.
So it did say SATF though.
Yes, yes. I apologize.
It's the last.
And just so you're aware, Your Honor, he does have an open pending felony case. I do not represent him on that case. I believe he has court appointed. But I can email the state and the defense attorney about the fact that T-Red has been done.
You said mom's here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need your help, please.
Would you like me to bring her up?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
How are you?
Diego Cortez.
So this is what we're gonna do.
We'll have to wait till the felony case is resolved before I can send them to SAT.
No, but what I'm saying is that.
The mom and
we'll just-
Okay.
Hey, how's he gonna pay? How's he
He
gonna
could be
pay
on the
for it?
wait list. He'll be on the wait list. to get,
That's the
No.
problem we're facing, the bond and
No.
the conditions.
AOP and SOP is expensive. It's
I
not
need
cheap.
her on this side. How much are we talking?
It's like, and then IOP is even more expensive. I think that I can waive,
So he'll be added to the wait list. Starting in any classes if he's.
I don't, but I don't wanna wait that long. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna wait a month while he's out there doing whatever he wants to do. I guess. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. We had him evaluated, and the evaluation said that he needs inpatient treatment. Treatment into a facility, because that's how bad the drug usage has gotten. They also recommended that he does intensive outpatient and so is it supportive or supportive outpatient treatment? The problem is, Miss, it's very expensive. To give you an example, just the supportive on the low end is around $500 to $600. The intensive outpatient, how much is that one? The intensive outpatient is around $800. That's what they're recommending he does. While he's in custody, we can pay for it. When he's outside, I have very limited resources as to when they can pay for it. Number one. Number two, he has to apply and qualify for it, which I don't think that'll be a problem, but there's a wait list and it's around a month for them to be able to even start paying it for him.
Bye, son.
My
Enjoy
problem
jail.
is I don't want to let him out for an entire month waiting for the funding to start. Because if I were to let him out, what we would do is we would want him to do the intensive outpatient and the supportive outpatient to start immediately. And we would use the inpatient as a sanction in the event that he messes up or he doesn't do his IOP SOP. So I don't know what you want to do. I mean, what we could do is basically hold him for a month, wait for the funding to start, unless you're willing to pay for the willing to pay for the IOP and SOP. But I'm not going to let him out a month for us to wait because he's gonna be up to no good.
Additionally, Your Honor, you should know that client does have an ICE hold, so the family has been advised that if there's an opportunity for him to be released, they would have.
He's an ICE hold now?
Hire immigration attorney, correct, Your Honor?
Oh, then we can't do anything. And that just throws a wrench in everything.
Meth and THC.
Say it again?
The drugs are meth and THC.
Right, I know. Can we get started on IOP and SOP now since he's stuck in there anyways? Why?
He's not on probation. I don't know if pre-trial or anybody
Oh,
else could do it, but I can't do anything. since he's not on
I don't know what to do now.
I believe I can contact the defense attorney for the felony case and also the district attorney for the felony case, inform them that TRES has been completed, we have reports, and hopefully they can move along a little bit faster, because I know that hasn't been done over there yet.
Are you gonna hire him an immigration lawyer?
¿Es lo que tengo que hacer o no me lo puede dar él a mí?
La problema es, inmigración le pusieron una detención. So ya no puede salir. Vas a tener que sacar un fianza de inmigración.
I know, it hurt my feelings.
Pero tienes que tener un abogado que hace inmigración y anda al abogado de inmigración para pedirle una fianza. Y te digo, ahora los fianzas de allá son muy caros, como 5 o 10 mil, algo así. Y tienes que pagarlo en total. No hay el 10%.
That's what I said.
Sucks. I don't know, Mr. Chavez.
I'll advise the family again and meet with them again about the importance of hiring an immigration attorney. And I apologize, but last wrench, I have to accept a new job in San Antonio, so.
What? Now you're leaving too? Oh, Lord. I mean, what? Who's gonna take over, do you know? When are
Trying
you
to find
leaving?
someone.
When are you leaving?
I love the firm I'm working at. Every attorney there is great. It's Kingsley, it's April, it's Rebecca, all great attorneys. I love working with them. Last day of work is the 27th, Your Honor.
7. So like in 2 weeks?
Yes.
No, next week. Okay, so look, if you want, I don't know if they want to withdraw, we can always appoint them a lawyer if you want. I'm happy to do that.
I'll speak to them, talk to the office to see what can be done, and then I'll message the felony court about this to inform them.
That sucks. Okay. I guess if you can ask them if they're gonna hire a immigration lawyer and see if they can get him out on bond, or if they'll even give him a bond, and then we'll go there. We can set them one day after the felony case to see what happens, and then I guess just keep us in the loop. But we need to know when and if you're gonna withdraw or if they're gonna send someone else, and let them know if they want, we can appoint them someone as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess now we're just in a holding pattern. Okay, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is what happens. Okay. Hey, Joseph, yeah. Thanks for being patient.
Oh, of course. I have Mr. Bond on the docket, Judge. They sent over the peace sky agreement to me late last week.
Okay.
In a short recess to get everything submitted.
Say bond?
Linus is more pretty in orange than any of these inmates.
Banda?
Bond, okay, bond. Yeah, it's old. How long do you want? 2 weeks?
Sure, but we'll get it done before that for sure.
Okay, all right, we got it.
Thank you.
All right.
I was gonna say Terry, but he's from Kentucky. But I
Also
think
from
Kentucky and Tennessee are really the same thing.
Hey, Justin. What's up, man? Of course.
I have an off-docket matter. I was hired on a case and I wanted to see if the court would consider entering a motion to substitute that we filed.
Of course, just, I'll sign it for you. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, just have him put in the queue. I'll sign it for you.
He also, I want to briefly talk to you about the case if I could. His name is Robert Turner.
What's the cause number? I guess.
252-4265. I spoke with the chief just a moment ago, and I think I have a little bit more clarity, but this is a DWI first with his unlawful carrying weapon charge. They find the gun after the arrest. He tells him it's there. It's in a holster in the center console, secured, but he has a no driving affidavit as a condition of this. And my understanding is that's because the state hasn't charged an open container allegation, but it's still alleged in the facts that there was an open container supposedly somewhere in the back.
Yeah, there are so many people now that have they're picking up DWIs with alcohol in the car that I've just, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Like I had, 3 today, or at least 2 where,
So his recollection was, and the court made no promises or anything to him, was that this would be like, try it for a while and then we can come back and revisit bond conditions in the future.
I'm always happy to do it in the future, but I want to know that they appreciate the privilege it is to drive and not just hearing from them. Oh yeah, no.
Guys, should we guess what is in Fozzie's YouTube history? No. I don't even. Fozzie, I'm going to invite you. Share your screen while you're looking through your history. We all want to see.
So his employer knows about the situation and has taken him off of driving the box truck for the company to working in the warehouse for right now. Because they value him so much, they don't want to lose him.
I want to see your history too.
If the court allows driving, I don't know if the court, and I'm not asking that right now. I'm going to ask for something in a second. But if the court allows driving, the employer's already made it clear to me that they're aware of it, but they can't put an interlock in the work vehicle. He doesn't drive it off campus. It's just like when he's there, he drives his personal vehicle there, drives that for work purposes. It's not a CHL, it's just a box truck.
Do you drive it like on campus and stays on campus? Okay.
My understanding. So, but they wouldn't let him put an interlock in there, and he's not driving his personal vehicle right now. But if that does happen at some point, an interlock requirement, he can put one in his personal vehicle. But would the court consider maybe some like doctor's appointments, things that are coming up that he has to do?
Okay, I got a trial, Kelly. I got a trial with Chrysanthou that started today. And this trial will literally offend every single person watching for different reasons. It is offensive to every single person that could possibly watch my stream for different reasons, different reasons. And I don't even know if I can show it. I just don't even know if I can. I mean, Chrysanthou is so good. And there's a male lawyer who is her equal in this trial. And there's a male judge who has to pick when these two fight with each other. You know, when they both argue a point, one of them has to win. And they're both so good. But I don't even know if I can say keywords, but I'm going to. Okay, nope, can't. I can't even say keywords about what the case is about because I'm just going to offend everybody. Just words about what this case might be about is completely offensive. Nothing to do with, nope. I was going to say nothing to do with children, but that's just a lie. I'm telling you, in every single way you could possibly be offended, that's what this trial is. And I don't even know if I can play it on my channel, but I'm going to.
No driving means no driving. It's not, we don't give you like.
But when I come back to talk to you about possibly changing that condition, if I bring up a letter from his employer.
Politics, Nazis, LGBTI, pedophilia, there's all of it, all of it and more. And there's more words that I could say. It just, I don't even know. I don't even know if I should have chat active or if I should just play it as a video and let the comments. Oh, liberals, it's absolutely offensive in every single way to every single person. And you know how the Chrysanthus trials go. They're long. So, I mean, it's going to be a commitment. If we decide to do this, it's going to be a commitment to I don't know, Michelle. I have 4 or 5 hours so far recorded. It just started yesterday. I mean, I could post it to Discord, absolutely, or my Patreon. My Patreon is definitely where I would post it. But no, they don't. They don't say anything about furries. But the weirdest part is this isn't even in America. This is somewhere else for once. Yeah, I would have to. Well, I mean, I don't even know if I would need mods because I'm just ready to delete any comment. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna be like on point. I wonder if we can have uh I wonder if we could have a nice civil chat while watching everything in the world that's offensive to everybody in the world. Are we adults and are we able to just watch this court case and make fun of their clothes? Or I don't know. I wonder how many subs I will lose when I play this a lot. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I don't care. But I think I'm gonna play it because, Chrysanthemum was so good. We didn't see all the other one. I had it in on my Patreon, but not all of it. I'm hoping to get this all pretty big deal in Australia. We should be more globally aware of what's going on and not just worried about America. Bye, Rebecca. I think I'm just going to play it, but not today. Not today. All right. I'm going to do these 2 orange guys because I love leanness. And then, do you think, CJ, that Australians would not like it if I played it? Because that's the last thing in the world I would want to do. I mean, it's what's going on with you guys. Yes, equal rights. It equally offends everyone. Okay. Members only stream. I know members only stream. I know. All right, I'm gonna do these 2 guys. Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely fine. I think.
Some doctor's notes and some things like that to show what his need is and what the limits would be on.
More importantly, I need to know from him. I don't care about the employer. My concern is him. And I showed that he has 2 open DWIs. One is in warrant status.
No. There was some confusion with this. So he was taken to the hospital for 2 days because he didn't know at this time until he was arrested for this, that he had chronic high blood pressure, hypertension, and diabetes. He found out when the police arrested him for this, they tried to put him in the jail. His blood pressure was like 250 over 190. They said, take him to the hospital. He spent 2 days in the hospital. There, the doctors diagnosed him with diabetes and hypertension. So he's now taking medication that he was released from the hospital with. But something, and I wasn't here for that, but something about a 2B warrant was issued for him. He came to court on, I think, the 21st with an attorney and the 26th with an attorney. because apparently he did the walkthrough, it looks like on the 21st, but apparently the warrant didn't get cleared. They came back on the 26th from just, I wasn't here.
He does
That's my
have two open
understanding.
DWIs, right?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Why am I showing one? I show,
That's,
they're two different cause numbers. One shows inactive. It's, hey, Pavel, can I give you this cause number?
sure.
It's 252-4385.
Yes, sir.
Is that open?
I don't have any warrants on my end, Judge. It looks like, let me see. One was, I got you. So one was a duplicate filing. So that was a DWI 252-4385. That was dismissed, duplicate filing. The actual true filing is 252-4265.
Okay, because it's not been dismissed on my end. Are you showing it's been dismissed or no? Because it needs to be dismissed.
And let me just
Trey?
check this. It shows signs on my end.
I see what you see on Eats, it says inactive, but on our system, it does show dismissed and case completion date was on August 16th.
And Your Honor, it was signed by your.
Really weird.
Yes, Your Honor, but this was signed.
So only one active DWI, it's cause number 252-4265. And then 252-4264.
So I want to know that he takes some kind of proactivity on his part so that we know he appreciates the privilege to drive. That we're not going to have to deal with the issue that he ever has alcohol in the car, you know, and that's my concern. And I want him to feel the burn of not being able to drive, right? Because it's more and more and more. And it's,
And he's feeling that. It's been about a month. And so I want to come talk to you about what kind of other things you want to see, and we'll get those ducks in a row. Okay, but that substitution will get granted.
Send it right now, Breaches.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure. Thanks.
All right,
And you have it on both cases, right?
I should. I clarified the order.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I'll send it for you, not just.
Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
We have Mr. Alwar on this side, gentlemen, for Your Honor, for a plea, and Mr. Singleton. Mr. Singleton picked up.
Oh, yes, we need to talk about Mr. Singleton. Yeah, hi, Mr. Singleton. So let's do the plea first. All right, Mr. Alwar, you're charged with 2 counts of theft. Or is one going away?
Yes, the dismissing is theft from 9/11. So. Give me, put yourself on record. You don't just get to walk around. This is not.
Get him, Stephen. Get him.
He still has the PCS upstairs, Mr. Alwar, so that case still remains open, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Alwar, you're charged with us. First, you pick up a felony possession of a controlled substance. While you're on bond for that, in May, you picked up a theft here, and now, as of September 12th, you picked up another theft. The agreement that you have worked out is they're going to dismiss the new theft in exchange for your plea on the old theft.
Yes, sir.
Is this how you understand it?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand also is that these are enhanceable offenses, meaning that if you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point, they're going to hit you with a felony offense, and instead of days, you're looking at years. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement and once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of theft?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. Any enhancements will be abandoned. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. And good luck to you, Mr. Alwar.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Singleton, I brought you here because with us, you were on bond for an assault of a family member.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I see that you have picked up 2 very, very serious aggravated assault cases. And the last I looked, your bonds were set, I think, at around $2 million, right? Which is quite a chunk of change, right? I see now that they just basically revoked your bond. You're now being held at no bond on those cases. What I wanted to give you a heads up on is that you know, when you pick up those aggravated assault cases, that gives us cause here for alarm. And I now am also going to revoke the bond on this case as well. Because, I mean, Alan, if I remember correctly, this was between a neighbor, right? It was a neighbor situation. Goes back, does he get a machete or a knife, or was it a gun? I don't remember.
See, Your Honor.
Are you talking about the case here or?
No, the case upstairs.
The felony case says the defendant pointed the gun at the complainant witness, so that's a firearm.
Okay, so that's what it was. And was there a threat to kill as well? And this was
Got it
after a
done, Your
fight.
Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, there was an altercation and then it was, he returned with the machete.
I remember something like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Singer, like I can't just, you know what I mean? Really.
Hey.
Don't. Just be careful. You know, life's way too short to live in a 6x9. You know what I mean? Come on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nice time.
So I'm not gonna, we'll set your bond at 5,002. And then it looks like you don't have felony court until August 28th, and you want to set it for the day after, Alan, I guess?
Yes, thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay, guys, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, take care, Miss Elmore.
5,002?
Yeah, 5,002.
Exactly.
The date a little bit further out.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we did it. We made it to the end. That means some people are about to jump in chat. I hate that. I feel so bad. I think gosh. All right, I gotta think. I gotta think about that. I gotta talk to my mods about that because I don't know this. I don't know. So Judge Fleischer's stream starts in about 3 hours, maybe a little before, maybe a little after, about 3 hours. So no, you didn't. You were here the whole time. Well, you were here some of the time. Well, you were here. You were here as much as Fozzie. Oh, I always have high blood pressure. Always. Lori came in tonight. That was awesome. That was the best part. Lori came in. Thank you so much for coming, guys. It's just awesome when you guys chat like that. It really is. And everybody appreciates the memberships, Darkest. They just do. It just makes their day. Happy birthday, J-Fire. Don't forget that you can absolutely post on Judge Fleischer's Facebook anytime you think he did a good job. He's still getting hate. And remember that crazy one? The real crazy one with the big walls of capital letter text. We saw her website. Her Facebook page. She saw all of our comments and decided to comment more. And then a few nasty comments more were added, but that's all right because we have a whole bunch here. Oops, it went away. We have a whole bunch of good comments to battle it for once. He just doesn't get hate. He has good too. So keep it up. Keep it up. Thank goodness I wasn't the only one. Thank goodness I didn't say, hey guys, let's do this. And then I turned out to be the only one. I can't imagine how horrible that would be if that happened. Oh, man. What's the Lynn? Oh, the link. I'll get you that link. Let me get you that link. David Fleischer. So, like, So if you look at his profile, this is the one where most of the comments are. It's on the very last post that he posted in 2022. There are 193 comments now. They're terrible. They're really terrible comments, just so you know. Until we get down to that's that crazy person I was talking about. Completely nuts. And then we start. 3 days ago, then we start with our happy comments. But in between these happy comments, there are still bad comments. Let's just go down a little bit. So this is 2 days ago. And then 1 day ago, they're back. I can't wait till you're eventually exposed in a scandal. I looked at their websites and they're just basically stupid. I need the word. Fake websites. They're fake posts. Like they're not their real Facebook page. And then we get the Kelly girl back at it. She wasn't even charged in Texas. She's charged in New York. And she's going after Judge Fleischer and Judge West. And I don't know who Judge West is, but she hates him. Hates him. Yeah, it's a family of people who've been jailed or people who didn't get their way. Come on, Raven. You know you've left a couple text files in your past. You know. Actually, Raven, it would be lovely if you could give us the links to some of your text files because I would just love to read them. No, David West. I think it's David West. Well, you know what? Let me look because they're blue, so they pop out. Or I'm just a liar. Okay, I'm just a big fat liar. Maybe it's Oh, these are all new. Yep, 21 hours ago. I thought they were new. Blue, I mean. Okay. David West. This is the one she really hates. He is Where is Jessamine County? I mean, that star makes me think it's Texas. Is he in Texas? Anybody know where Jessamine County is? Kentucky? She's But yeah, it's Kentucky, all right. She's been arrested in New York and she's going after a judge in Texas and a judge in Kentucky. And both of their first names are David. Hold on, I want to see who else she was going after. That was a long list. Oh, a pastor. The FBI. Family of Faith. ABC News. Senator Tommy Tuberville. The police department. Gadsden. I can't tell what state that is. Let's look. Alabama. So we got Kentucky, we got Alabama. See if I can find a good old Pennsylvania something in here. Judge Judy. She's mad at Judge Judy. I I immediately am sad that I looked, guys. That was my bad. That was my bad. No, no, no. Let's go back to here. There we go. It is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure too, legal. I'm not fat. I have fat. There's a difference, Letus. Oh man, I regret that. I regret looking. I'm just gotta do something real quick. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. No more. That's enough for that's enough for one day. I feel like I need to write Judge Judy an apology for some reason now. Am I allowed to say Judge Judy on my channel? Am I gonna get in trouble for just saying that? It's fine. It's all good, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. I really, really, really appreciate it. Oh, Kelly, you better go feed your cat unless you already did. Um, I will talk to you tomorrow. Yes, CRD, I will. All of them. I took one of them to get fixed yesterday, and then I drove him there, 8 a.m. and no doctor. So I had to drive the whole way back and pick up my cat, and my cat is still able to reproduce. So we're trying again on Friday. See you all in Fleischer's chat. Oh, that's fine. I'll be all right. No fixing the cat yesterday. I accidentally texted a married man, and my cat is still able to have babies. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you.
Got these lights that goes digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late at night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes near a sky so blue. In her jokes there's a truth so true. With extreme she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.